is to create two Tinkerbell dresses. Does that sound absolutely insane? It does, especially out loud, because I've never sewn anything on a sewing machine. See if maybe I could participate in the cosplay contest. So yeah, that's what all this is. Tag along. This is probably gonna be like a multi-part series. I figured with this first video what I would do is kind of explain what exactly I am going to be doing, or at least the plan first. Number one of my gorgeous plan, my foolproof plan, is, of course, body measurements, check. And then the first dress will be, and yes, this is a gorgeous sketch, okay? Don't laugh. But as long as I understand it, that's all that matters. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to take dress from when Tinkerbell is born in Pixie Hollow, and I want to put that on top of her dress, well, her normal dress, and kind of reenact that scene on stage. Because I know that it's not obliged, it's not mandatory to recreate a scene on stage. You could also just walk in your cosplay on stage and enjoy that. However, I kind of want to do this because I think it's a really meaningful scene, and I mean, it's so pretty and it's so cool, and it's how you learn how, you know, a fairy is born. So yeah, so we're gonna take that dress that looks like a dandelion. It's a white dandelion dress. I'll probably find a picture somewhere here. It's somewhere here. And we're going to create that dress, and then the second dress will be Tink's normal dress. What I'm going to need to do is obviously find material to make a white dress, and then find material to make the second one, which I have no idea how to fix up a printed pattern, but apparently they do that at my local not print store, my local fabric store, so hopefully we could actually do that. I think I'm gonna see if I can order a printed pattern as a sample, see what that looks like, and we'll take it from there. I was debating because I adore the new pattern that they've created for, well, the new costume that they created for Tinkerbell, the one that's part of the Lorcana series, Giant Tink. That one's really, really cool. I was debating doing that, but I think I'll focus on the dress first, and if I have time, which I probably won't, I'll see if I can continue on with the rest. So what do I need for this cosplay? I need two dresses. Dress number one is Odie. Dress number one is going to be the dandelion dress, which is going to be made up of a white fabric. I'm thinking it could be something really easy to work with, like a cotton or what's it called? Not a spandex. I hear spandex is awful. I'm not ready for that. But something simple, lightweight, easy to sew. So yeah, cotton, some kind of polyester material, anything in that domain. And then I'm not certain if I want to create a lining for it, but I probably will. So if anything, a white lining will be necessary for under the dress. And then after that, on top of the dress, what we're going to do is we're going to use white yarn to then sew on the tops. So we're going to use white yarn to and sew it on the top so that it drapes down. And in order for it to create a silhouette, because yes, it does create a small silhouette, we're going to then hairspray that thing and make it silhouette-y. Definitely gonna need a blow dryer so so that way it solidifies a little faster and I can mold it as it's solidifying with my hand as I blow dry. And then she does have different slippers when she's born. So, no, she wasn't. She didn't have any slippers. Oh my god, okay, so she's bare toes. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Not on stage. I think what I'm gonna do for the slippers in that costume is I might just keep the green, keep green slippers, and under everything, or like somewhere in my stuff, I'm going to have 2 pom-poms, which I could just put on after to make it like Tinkerbell does. She just like boop, puts them on in that scene, and they just sit there all cute, and it completes her. Right, cool. So then for the second dress, so this dress is going to be under the dandelion dress. The other dress is going to be her traditional dress, but I'm thinking is a stretchier material maybe, but nothing, oh, my alarm, but nothing crazy or drastic. I'm still aiming for maybe like a polyester spandex mix that's, you know, again, easy to work with. I have to still do a little bit of research on that. But what I'm thinking is, what is it? I think it was called Kelly Green. I've seen that floating around in a lot of like material shops, and I really like that color on a fabric, so I think I'll go with that. That I need green lining for under the dress, just so I could have some stability, some structure, and then obviously I have to decide whether or not I want to make it a corset back or not. I'm thinking not corset back, specifically just because I have to put the wings in as well. So the wings are gonna have to sit on top of the dresses, which is fine. I mean, that's what I usually do for my Tinkerbell pictures. They're always kind of sitting kind of like an insert. You actually can see, sorry for the messy room. Oh gosh, I went on the wrong side. These are my old wings. These are the first wings I ever created for Tinkerbell. Oh my god. Let me fix myself for you guys. I look disastrous. It's fine. The process is eating me. So these are the first ever wings I created for Tinkerbell. My first ever photo shoot was with these wings, and I love the structure that I had created. The other Tinkerbell wings that were in my winter photo shoot, I technically did not make those. I gave someone really talented, by the way, I gave her the pattern that I had drawn on this giant cardboard for these wings, and as you can see, they're quite tall. I had met at a medieval fest, and I'm like, you know what, sure, you make, like, they made like the most amazing solid wings ever. Like, they could take a beating, you know, and you never have to worry about them breaking, versus these guys are very delicate. But it's only because they have like one layer of cellophane on them, right? So what I'm thinking is, because I already made these, I'm going to undo them because they've got holes. It's been a while since I took them out of storage, and the last time I wore them they were damaged, and I'd like to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the cellophane, we're going to clean them up, and the problem with these guys is that the way that I decided to do this was I used a really strong wire and I bent them. I would not recommend that because it hurts. My hands were like cut and bruised, and anyway, from bending this thing, and I decided not to use tools because I'm psychotic, and I guess that's fine. But you know. So what I decided to do was I took these wires and then I crisscrossed them over here. So that way they could hold on to each other. And I believe I did the same thing down here as well. Like to connect these. So you can't really tell. There's a lot of tape everywhere right now. However, that's basically what I had done. Now, what I'd like to do is cut that and remove that crisscross, because the crisscross makes it really hard to put the cellophane on. So if I can just split the wings, split these guys so that they are their own separate entities, and then after that I'll be able to do my cellophane thing. And then if they're flappy, then I have to figure something else out to keep them solid. What I'm thinking is, worst case scenario, I could always use some kind of thin plexi, like oh my god, not Warbler, but the other plastic that we can use to make wings. What I'm thinking is maybe putting a clear sheet of that in the back so that they stay more solid, and then hopefully that works. If not, the other idea I have is creating like a plastic plate in the back here and then sticking those wings separately, so that way the plastic plate could be clear and it won't show on my back. However, it'll keep these gigantic babies upward. And that's the main goal, to keep these guys up. Because the only reason I did this was to keep them together and keep them up, because I didn't want them flapping everywhere, because they are a hazard. So that. I already made these. I'm going to use them because I've got maybe about 4 months to do this. So that. And what are we using for this cellophane? We're using the iridescent one, because I find using green is too green. Using clear makes the metal look weird under, and the iridescent does a good enough job of making it just see-through enough for it to be really pretty, but also not enough for the wires to look ugly under. Do this. I can do. From what I'm understanding in a lot of cosplay competitions and stuff, the more you make by hand, the more points, the more that it goes towards your points, right? So what I'm thinking is, because I already made those ones, not to discredit the other ones, because the other ones that the other artist made for me are incredible, but because I made them, I feel like at least that shows my craftsmanship. And I suffered enough for them, so I might as well include them in the final product. So that, and then obviously for Tinkerbell's iconic pom-poms, very simple. I'm gonna be buying a whole lot of white yarn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make little yarn balls, which are little fluffers. I've already made some. Here, let me go and see if I could grab them. So actually I forgot. I have two options. There's these little yarn balls that I had created that I could just on top. I used them for the winter Tinkerbell photo shoot, these guys, because they were perfect for what I needed, because sticking anything else on spandex was really annoying. And then I also have these ones that go with my normal Tinkerbell slippers. Yes, it's literally just a ballet slipper that I walk around con in. I'm used to it. I did 13 years of ballet. It does not bother me. These are made of like fur, but it's a faux fur, obviously. And what I did was I just made this little ball out of faux fur. I mean, I had a whole bunch of faux fur because of angel dust and also shadow and faux fur, guys. So I made these little balls. There's like a little bit of like stuffing in there, just to like kind of boop, and then I stuck them on. And there you go, you have a Tinkerbell pom-pom. Not sure which method I'm gonna go with. I might end up going with this because it might look nicer with the whole outfit. To be determined. Sick? Sick. And of course the final big touch, the wig. Now, I'm so upset with my wig. I don't care what anyone says. People say it looks nice, whatever. I hate it so much. So I'm gonna see if I can somehow fix it. And if I don't have time to fix it, then it'll just end up being what it is. So the wig is gonna be like one of the lowest priorities of my mission. Basically, that's the rundown. I have nothing else to show for what I'm talking about right now. This is me starting. I technically actually worked on sewing. I learned how to use my sewing machine. It did not go well the first time, but then I actually sat down and I was patient with myself, which is a crazy concept, but I actually managed to create a stitch. Was it straight? No. Do I know how to load the top and the bottom of my sewing machine now? Yes. Can I roll a bobbin? Yes. Do I have to practice some more? Probably. Am I gonna practice on a really beautiful yellow t-shirt? It'll be my arts and crafts shirt. I don't know. But basically I'm just gonna fix the seam on the bottom. And that's gonna be it. Yeah. And then to kind of move forward from that, my next level is going to be fixing Daisy. Now, Daisy has... Well, I had to chop the bottom because I'm short. I'm a short queen. I don't know if I could say that. It's said now. It's fine. So, I'm a short person. And I'm not afraid to say it. However, she did not fit me. Not with the sizing. I did not make that, by the way. Okay, I wish I could say I did. I did not make that. That came from McCostume. It's literally one of the only things I've ever bought from McCostumes.com or whatever. But I loved it. I fell in love with it, and I was like, I need it. So there. And I wore her to one event, and the beads broke. The beads broke. The bottom train was black, like that. What's it called? The white frill became black because the city is disgusting, and I cleaned the city. So the next thing I technically have to do is I have to just sew that bottom. Like I have to resew it because my stitching was crap. So I'm going to use the machine on it. And then after that, I'm going to... I want to chop off the top, like just like an overlay. It's this thing with the pattern. I have to chop it off, shorten it, and then sew it back on the bodice. How am I going to do that? I have no idea, but I'm going to figure it out. Regardless, I'm going to use the machine to stitch the bottom. If that works out well, then all is good in the neighborhood. As for material and buying myself some fabric, I am already done measuring myself. I get some samples, and if not, I could always just make the dresses and then paint the leaves on afterwards. We'll see. Anyway, so this is like gonna be part of a few part series, I guess. I don't know. But that's basically the idea. That's the plan. I wanted to go over it, document it. Here it is. And yeah, this is like episode 1 of making my Tinkerbell cosplay for my first ever costume competition. Yay! Wish me luck, freaks. Anyway, thanks for watching this crazy, not so planned, chaotic video. I literally just turned my camera on and I didn't even bother cleaning up the background. If you know how to get your hands on leaf print, you know, fabric, let me know. That'd be nice. Things that are in Canada would be nice. But yeah, if not, if you have any other ideas, tidbits, comments, tricks, tips, video references, I don't know, please send them my way. I would very much appreciate it. Who knows, maybe I'll shout you out in the next episode because I'm big enough to do shoutouts. It doesn't really matter, but I like to acknowledge people that help because every little bit counts and I appreciate it. So thank you for watching and I will see you guys very soon. So with this little guy. Right, bud? Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Like, subscribe, sleep like the dead. Bye.